There's been a lot done in a very short time in terms of response. And Ghost, can you take us through it? What has happened so far in terms of our group response?
Sure. We started this Sunday a week ago when I got a phone call from someone that said, what can we do to help? And we went out on Monday, and while it was still raining, went up to Utuado, met with the mayor and the EMS there. We spoke with people from state and federal agencies to get a framework of what was going on and what the early picture was. On Tuesday, we launched our first team out to Utuado, and we took a recon team into Manatee down to Cialis and worked our way toward Hayuja. We were cut off down there. We had another team that launched that afternoon, and that became Sigma Team, and they've been all over the island. They work both south, east, and west of San Juan. We had calls from the east side of the island, volunteers that want to help. We set them up and had them in the field the following day. We had on Tuesday, we had teams that left from Caguas to do recons, and they started field missions. Then we had teams out in Arecibo that worked the west end of the island. Since then, we've set up those field teams, and they have been active. Then very specialized teams for both medical, clearing debris, and then the teams that go to specifically where the areas are needed, as well as communications and energy teams.
Can we elaborate on the Guayanilla and Ponce de Yauco area response so far?
Sure. We work with third wave volunteers. Monday.com showed up as well, and some other organizations supported us. Hype House and Tea House up in San Juan provided relief supplies that we collected and went and took with us. We worked with third wave volunteers and Coca-Cola to distribute 40 generators to 300 needy families in the area. We've been in active operations down there and had a base camp in that area, forward operating place. We've operated from here to here throughout the week. We've operated both west of San Juan and east of San Juan, and in the central region here as well.
Well, that's an excellent response for such a short time.
So far, we have a lot more to do. We have areas in the west coast that we need to get to and provide relief there. We've pushed as far as here. We're moving into this weekend. We're still looking at these areas and trying to respond appropriately. We've provided substantial, some crews into Luisa and responded there. We responded to the mountains in Patilla, down here in Guayama and Salinas, and then the south region. We've also been down to the central region a couple of times. We've been into these regions and trying to understand where people have the most need and make sure that we get there.
It's important to acknowledge the people that have been helping us and also the donations that have been provided to help these people.
We've been overwhelmed with people wanting to help. In many cases, we've pointed people at other groups that are collecting and buying and aggregating relief supplies, so other organizations that we've worked with. We've given them their contacts so they can work directly with them. We've had people from Act 60 call us and say how can they help, and we've organized with them with other NGOs that can manage those relationships, and then as we have needs, they can help us fulfill our missions.
Well, thank you, and thank you all for your support.